Hey guys, welcome to the Family Fudge and welcome to Bunches of Lunches Birthday Edition. Now, it's no secret that on this channel I love making themed birthday lunches and that I also really love making lunch ideas requested by my subscribers.
Happy birthday!
Now you guys, all of these birthday lunch ideas are going to be super festive and cute, but they're all still really easy to make, and I hope that these lunches inspire you to make fun lunches for yourself.
Before we get started, give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
Okay guys, we're kicking things off with a birthday lunch for Alexa. Alexa is from Ohio. Now, if you guys guessed we are doing a Harry Potter theme for this lunch, then you would be correct. Now you guys, starting with Alexa's main course first, they requested a chicken and cheese sandwich with mayo. So now I've got the chicken on here. I'm going to go ahead and add the cheese. I also added mayo to both slices of bread. Now I'm going to close this up and then I'm going to try out a brand new Harry Potter sandwich stamp. Now I'm hoping that we'll be left with the Hogwarts coat of arms with all the different houses when we're done. I'm gonna go ahead and use my food writer pens on the outside and then I'll go ahead and stamp it onto the bread. Now you guys, let me know in the comments down below if you are a Harry Potter fan, which house do you consider yourself to be in? Personally, I'd like to say that I was in Gryffindor, but I don't know if I'm that brave. I'm thinking I would most likely be in Hufflepuff. Now this worked pretty well, but I would like it to be a little bit darker, so now I'm going to very carefully go in with my food writer pens and try to fill this in a little bit more. Overall, I think this turned out really cute, and of course it's going to be delicious with the chicken and the cheese in there as well. So now that the main course is done, I'm moving on to Alexa's fruit and veggie. And for their fruit, Alexa requested mangoes, and you guys, I'm using the canned stuff today because the mangoes at my grocery store were not looking very good. So instead, I'm just using some mangoes from a fruit cup. Still delicious, I think it'll be fine. I am gonna dress it up a little bit by adding this really cute Harry Potter decoration. Then I'm going to move on to some cucumber, and for this lunch, I've decided to go with a checkerboard pattern. This is actually really easy to do, but it does take a little bit of time. Now, normally in the center of the lunchbox, I like to add a little bit of ranch dressing, but since this is a Harry Potter themed lunch, instead, I think it would be really fun to add some of these Birdie Bots beans. Now I know these might just look like regular jelly beans, but trust me, these are different. If you've ever seen Harry Potter or read the books, you'll know all about these. This box includes yummy flavored jelly beans such as blueberry, cherry, banana, and marshmallow, but it also includes yucky flavors like rotten egg, grass, booger, and earwax. Now, I would love to know if you guys are brave enough to try these. I've never actually tried them myself, but my kids think they're fun. So now moving on to Alexa's snack. For this, I'm going to be adding in some yogurt, and as you can see, I have lots of different flavors available, but Alexa specifically requested peach yogurt, so that's what I'm going to go with. And you guys, since this is a birthday lunch, I'm going to add just a couple of sprinkles to the top to make it a little bit more colorful. Now, these little golden balls are super delicious. They're called Ferrero Rochers, and it's like a chocolate hazelnut crunchy delicious ball. But you know, these are perfect for a Harry Potter themed lunch because they totally remind me of the golden snitch from the Quidditch games. And you guys, to make these look even more like the real thing, I'm just going to add some gold wings to the top of each one. And now finally, to complete Alexa's lunch, I'm also going to be adding in some orange flavored drink, and I'm going to be adding it to this really fun and festive Harry Potter cup. I love that this has like sparkly water inside. It is super cute, and I recently found this at Target. And here it is, you guys. This is Alexa's idea of the perfect birthday lunch. My taste tester for this lunch is going to be my son Griffin, which works out perfectly since it's a Harry Potter themed lunch.
is for Crystal from Texas.
And you guys, for this lunch, we're going with a Ladybug theme. So starting with Crystal's main course first, she requested a grilled cheese sandwich. So for this, I've got my bread, I've got my butter, and I've got 2 different kinds of cheese. Now these days, my favorite way to make a grilled cheese sandwich is to actually stick it in my panini press. That way it cooks both sides at the same time and I don't have to flip it over. And I love the lines that it makes in the bread when I cook it one way, then I turn it halfway through the cooking. Just be careful, you guys. I think that flattening out the sandwich made it a little bit bigger, so I'm kind of having to shove it in the lunchbox to make it fit. So now the grilled cheese sandwich is done, but it's not really looking like a ladybug yet. For this, I'm going to start by taking a tomato, and from this tomato, I'm just going to be needing 1 slice. Next, I'm going to be needing some olives. I'm going to use the biggest olive I can find to be the ladybug's head. And then for the spots on the ladybug, I'm going to go ahead and add a few more slices of olive. And for the ladybug's eyes, I'm going to be adding a little bit of cream cheese. Next, I'm going to cut just a little hole on top where I can add in some chives. Now this would be cute just like this, but since I have quite the collection of googly eye sprinkles, I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of those as well. Now moving on to Crystal's fruit, she requested watermelon, and to make the watermelon extra cute, I'm going to cut it into a couple of different flower shapes. And I'm going to be adding in plenty of these cute little food picks as well. For Crystal's veggie, I'm going to be adding in some baby carrots. And to go with the carrots, I'm going to be adding plenty of ranch right in the center. For Crystal's snack, I'm going to be throwing in some of these poppable potato chips, and these are actually in the barbecue flavor. And then you guys, for Crystal's sweet treat, she requested some black and red macarons. Now, I was able to find this pack at Target. It comes with pistachio, salted caramel, and red velvet, which is going to be perfect for this lunch. And to make these look even more like a ladybug, I'm going to go ahead and get out my black food writer pen, and I'm going to try my best to draw directly on the macaron so that they look like a ladybug. And now, last but not least, to complete Crystal's birthday lunch, she requested a fruit punch, and I decided to go with this really fun Kool-Aid version. These come with the twist top bottle tops, which are really fun and totally remind me of when I was a kid. And now you guys, since this lunch has tomatoes, I'm going to be giving this to my son Jackson to eat because he loves tomatoes.
Lunch is for Victoria from Georgia.
You mean Virginia? And you guys, for Victoria's lunch, she requested a cat theme. For Victoria's main course, she requested a mini pizza that looks like the face of a cat. Now you guys, I've made lots of mini pizzas, but I've never made one to look like a cat before. I have to admit this might be a little bit tricky. Sometimes when I put faces on sandwiches or things like that, instead of looking cute, they end up looking scary. So we'll see, I'm gonna try my best. Now to make these mini pizzas a lot easier, I am using some already made pizza crust. I've just cut these into cat shapes as best as I could. Then I added some pizza sauce, some pizza cheese, and now it's time to give these guys some faces. For the cat's eyes, I'm going to be using some turkey pepperoni. I'm going to try to cut these into more of a cat eye shape. I'm also going to be adding some pepperoni for the nose and for the mouth. I'm also adding in some olive slices and some chives. Okay guys, now so far so good with these pizzas. I do think they're looking a little bit scary, but that's okay. I'm going to pop them in the oven for about 10 minutes or so, or until the cheese is melted. Okay guys, now I want you to be the judges. If you think this cat looks cute, I want you to comment down below #cute, but if you think they look scary, comment down below with the hashtag scary. So now moving on to Victoria's fruit. She also requested watermelon, but she asked for cat-shaped watermelon. So I'm gonna try my best here to make these into little cat shapes. And I'm going to add lots of cat decorations in here as well. For Victoria's veggies, I'm adding a combination of sugar snap peas and some baby carrots. And then for Victoria's snack, she requested some yogurt. In fact, she tells me that her cats actually love to eat yogurt themselves. I've decided to go with a strawberry banana flavor. Of course, I've got to mix that up, add it into the little container. Victoria's yogurt is also going to get some birthday sprinkles. And then you guys, for Victoria's sweet treat, she requested cookies, preferably cat-shaped cookies. And lucky for me, at Trader Joe's, they actually sell some chocolate cat cookies already made. These are really tasty, but they're also really adorable too. And now the last thing I'm adding into Victoria's lunch is some apple juice. And of course, I'm going with the Hello Kitty topper so that we can stay with the cat theme.
This lunch is for Farah from Egypt.
Now, for Farah's lunch, she requested a football theme, but since Farah is outside of the US, normally when people say football, it's usually what we call in the US soccer. Now you guys, for Farah's main course, she requested something super fun and festive. She requested fairy bread. Now if you've never heard of fairy bread before, I actually have a separate video on that. I will link it down below. But basically, fairy bread is just a couple of things: bread, butter or margarine, and sprinkles. Or as I like to say in Australia, hundreds and thousands. Now as you guys can see, I have quite the sprinkles collection, but since we're going with a soccer / football theme, I think the green sprinkles are going to be the way to go for this. So on goes the butter, followed by the sprinkles, and then I'm pretty sure it's traditional to cut this into triangles, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add these into the lunchbox, and then I'm going to add a little soccer ball decoration. For Farah's fruit, she requested a combination of strawberries and watermelon. So I'm just going to be adding a few strawberries in here. Then I'm going to fill up the rest of the space with watermelon. And then to stick with our theme, I'm going to make these into melon balls. Next up, I'm adding a combination of cucumbers and sugar snap peas. For the cucumbers, I'm just going to use my crinkle cutter, nice and easy. And for the sugar snap peas, I'm just going to trim off the tough edges. Now moving on to Farah's snack and treat. For her snack, she requested chips. So I decided to go with these ones. They're a little bit healthier. They kind of go with the green aesthetic. But the best part of these chips is that they're actually really tasty. I'm going to fit as many of these in here as I can. And then this container has just enough room for that special birthday treat, which for Farah's lunch is going to be some mini cupcakes. And now you guys, last but not least, for Ferris' drink, she requested a mango smoothie. And to stick with the soccer or football theme, I'm adding this mango juice into this really cute drink bottle. Okay friends, I hope you enjoyed these super fun birthday lunches today. If you have a lunch idea you'd like to send in, first make sure you're subscribed, and then there's going to be a link in the description box below where you can send in your idea. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.